Yo guys, this is probably the moment that you've been waiting for. I've been hyping this up on my Instagram a lot recently and on my YouTube as well. And this is exactly how you are going to be creating content in 2025 and 2026. Because this is exactly what I'm starting to implement and which is giving me a lot of outbound and inbound leads, okay? And I'm going to be showing it to you today. And it's going to be a mouthful. I don't know how long this video will be, but stay with me, alright? Because this is literally, when it comes down to creating content, this is the only video that you need in 2025 and 2026. And I'm not saying that to give you another hype up or to be like this other dropshipping guru who's saying you need to test these products in 2025, because I just want to say, man, I've tested this for only 2 weeks and the results are fucking crazy. Okay, clients have been doing it as well, results are fucking crazy. So let's just dive straight into it, alright? I wanted to start off on the left. We have 3 main components when it comes down to actually creating content. We have top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. Now, what type of content do we want to create in those mid and bottom and top of funnel, right? Well, the top of funnel, it consists out of vlogs, raw videos, storytelling videos, challenges, and day in the lives. And if you check my YouTube channel, you've probably seen some day in the lives coming up. You've probably seen some sort of vlog style videos coming up, raw videos as well. That is essentially the top of funnel content. And top of funnel is our videos that you create to reach a broader audience, to bring awareness to your channel and your brand. And it's just more general content. So not saying if your info codes between 2 to 3k a month, no, that's bottom of funnel, man. You got to make sure it doesn't directly target your exact ICP. It has to be more broad, because remember, bro, we're targeting, we're essentially reaching a broader audience, so we want more eyeballs, so we can actually funnel them to the middle of the funnel. Okay, so that's top of the funnel. Now, middle of the funnel, personal stories, series, Q&As, comparing systems. Personal stories, you get the point. Series are basically day one of scaling from 0 to 20k a month, for instance. And Q&As, answering most asked questions, it could also be done in a raw video. And comparing systems, so why the content ecosystem from 2023 and 2024 doesn't work, but why this one does work, right? That's something you could do as well. And middle of funnel content is to nurture people that showed some sort of interest in the top of funnel, and we need to be providing solutions to problems that our ICP faces. So what I mentioned earlier is top funnel content has to go down to the middle of the funnel content, simply because that's where we solve problems and that's where we nurture the people further and make sure they're more our ICP. So let's say we get 100 people here, only 50 maybe go to the middle of the funnel content because they sort of resonate with it, and then maybe of the 50, let's say 10 or something go to the bottom of funnel content. We want to make sure that we nurture these guys and solve for problems that these guys faces, or ICP faces, so we can nurture them even further and eventually get them in the bottom of the funnel content. Okay, bottom of the funnel content, it's this one, bro. It's this one: Miro boards, case studies, call recordings, Google Documents, and whiteboard videos, man. We have the whiteboard here, we have the Miro board, which you're seeing right now. Lovely, right? And yeah, this makes sense. Bottom of the funnel content is there to convert these viewers into buyers, all right, convincing them to buy from you. But one of the most things is obviously they're not going to watch a video and pay you 20k. No, you actually want to make sure that they have a certain touch point, that they get a touch point with you, so you can either reach out to them or they reach out to you because they want to buy, right? That's essentially the bottom of the funnel content. Video schedules: Monday, bottom of funnel; Tuesday, top of funnel; Wednesday, middle of funnel; Thursday, top of funnel; Friday, top of funnel; Saturday, middle of funnel; and Sunday, top of funnel. We want to post 4 top of funnel videos, 2 middle of funnel videos, and 1 bottom of funnel video every single week. Okay, 7 videos in total. And if you cannot match that amount of volume every single week, 7 long form, I'm talking about long form, right? I do 21 reels every single week. So you can see where I'm going with this, right? If you cannot match it, you can play around, but make sure you at least add a bit bottom, middle, and top of funnel video every single week, right? Preferably this is the best schedule. And why? Why have I designed this entire authenticity content ecosystem for 2025 and 2026? It's because I realized that everyone is copying each other with the same old content ecosystem. No one can copy your authenticity. And that is the important part of this whole ecosystem. It is showing your pure authentic self so people can resonate with you more and eventually will buy from you. Because if you understand human psychology, there are so many fitness coaches, but what separates you from the rest? It's only yourself, man. If you are, in their perspective, a very awesome guy to talk to, if people like to talk with you, they'll buy from you. That's just how shit works, right? So you gotta make sure that you implement this authentic content ecosystem to make people like you for you. Because when people like you, they trust you. And when they trust you, that's shit. That's when they pull the fucking trigger and that's when they buy from you, okay? So that's why, one of the reasons. The other one is people already want to invest into coaching. They already want to invest into their business. It's just who they buy it from. Someone either likes you or not. Because like I mentioned before, people buy from people. People already want. People know. People just know that investing into their business is going to scale their business. It's just a matter of who they buy it from. And that is exactly why we have this system right here, right? The content ecosystem, the authentic content ecosystem, to make people buy from us. Because that's essentially the whole goal. We want to make people buy from us, right? Because people are already looking to solve certain problems. People are already looking to invest into people because they know it pushes them further. It's just who they buy it from. And some people like you, some people don't. Okay, I don't want to work with someone who doesn't like me for me because it's going to be a pain in the ass, right? It's going to be a shit client. Imagine working with your, let me give an example. Imagine Ronaldo working together with Messi. It's not going to work, right? I don't know why I brought up that example. And I wanted to cover the most important part. First, I'm going to go over this because it's not in a document. I'm going to pull up the document real quick. And if you want the document, just comment document or DM me document on Instagram or just comment it down below and attach your Instagram to it, right? Because I'm going to share this entire fucking document with you and it's going to be insane. So, yeah, documentary, how do you create it? Intro scene, recent win, raw talk, small teaching. I'll probably dive deeper into this, right? But let me open this document real quick for you. Because this is essentially the only thing you need. Let's check it, boys. Let's check it. Where do we have it? It's this one. This is probably going to be one of the most interesting documents that you've ever seen. It's an entire SOP on how to create content. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Let me just go. I'm going to read everything for you. And no, this is not going to be a normal content ecosystem strategy that everyone is leveraging at the moment. Recently, there has been this trend going on in the coaching space where everyone was leveraging the same content ecosystem. I did it as well. I'm guilty of doing this as well, right? I was implementing it myself and teaching it to others as well, right? I can confidently say that I've uploaded over 250 pieces of content, whether short or long form, over the past 3 months. And that's not a very long period of time. The volume is there, right? Over the past 3 months. And all these pieces haven't really brought me any sort of traffic. And not even qualified leads, okay? In general, my YouTube videos were averaging under 10 views. Now, one of my recent ones got like 140 views because I implemented the system. And my Instagram reels weren't crossing the 200 to 300 mark. And now I got a video with 10k views. You can check it out. It's on my channel. It's on my Instagram, right? And what I realized is when I posted more raw and authentic pieces of content is that the views spiked up. I uploaded a few edited reels on my Instagram and those got by far the most amount of views out of the others. And also for YouTube, the shorter and more straight to the point storytelling videos perform the best. Okay, I started realizing that you have to create content that people watch while they're eating. You have to create, especially in the top of the funnel, content that makes people want to watch it. You have to create content in the top of the funnel that is captivating, gives value, and also shows your authentic self. So this is what I mean with the day in the lives. People want to watch it. People want to see, hey, what is a 17-year-old guy doing in his day-to-day basis, right? Because he's making bank. Okay, and let's just dive straight into it. Long form content. How do we implement the authentic content ecosystem? Okay. Implementing it has been made very simple for you. I'll be explaining to you how we are going to implement it into our business, talking about the top, middle, and funnel of content. Bottom of funnel content, right? So top of the funnel content for long form videos. This is content that falls under the category. Content that falls under the category of top of the funnel is content that generates the most amount of awareness and that is quite general from the packaging perspective. So thumbnails are very, very simple. Titles are very simple with number-based things, right? With packaging, I mean thumbnail and title. And the video in general, like our top of the funnel is designed for us to eventually get to the middle of the funnel. So let me just get a really quick sum. You have to see it as a upside down pyramid. I made it like this because I couldn't do that in Google Docs. But essentially, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, CTA in the bottom of the funnel content to DM you, what I did, right? And then you get another call, and then you close it. It's very simple. You have to see it as a funnel. You take people through, but then in the form of content. So let me just give you an example of logic numbers, right? Let's say your top of the funnel long form video gets 1,000 views, since it attracts a bigger audience and is a bit more general and authentic. That's 100% that watches it, right? Let's say out of those 1,000 views, 150 people actually watch a middle funnel piece of content, which nurtures top of the funnel people by providing solution to a problem, right? That's what we went over recently. So 15% of the 1,000 actually watch a middle funnel. They go to the next video. And out of this 150 people, 40 people watch a bottom of funnel piece of content, which converts people with a CTA, right? So 27%. And out of the 40 people that watch one single bottom of funnel content, let's say 7 of them reach out with the CTA that you gave, 17.5%. And out of the 7%, because remember, these guys are already warm, these guys already watched at least an hour of your content, 3 of them book a call. And if your closing rate is like 32%, you close one. And if you sell high ticket, boom, 3K sale. 3K sale by just having 3 pieces of content. It's very simple, it's very logical. And the reason why this works, especially with the amount of calls that you can book, is because the videos are very intentional and they keep nurturing people. Shift beliefs, deliver value, and show your authentic self. It looks and it is stupid simple, okay? What type of content do we create at the top of the funnel? Like we mentioned before, it has to be authentic content pieces. So storytelling videos, day in the lives, vlogs, raw videos at random moments of time, and challenges. Make sure that in these pieces of content you directly mention your ICP. So say, in the day in the life, I used to be a beginner coach as well. You mention it. And you deliver value/lessons that fit the video, okay? The content that we create at top of the funnel has to show our true self and has to build the most amount of trust. And never be scared to make mistakes. Don't cut things out and to try to make it look perfect, because imperfect actions lead to perfect results. You'll get better over time. You just have to make sure. Why do I look bald, by the way? Just a thing on the side. But just don't cut things out, because that's essentially what is authentic, right? Now, middle of the funnel content, okay? Content that falls under the category of middle of the funnel is content that nurtures the people that come from top of the funnel. In the top of the funnel, we gave some value, but in the middle of the funnel, we're going to address a problem and we will be giving a certain solution for it. I also call this problem-solving content. Our middle of the funnel content is essentially designed for us to eventually get them to the bottom of the funnel content, right? So yeah, we have to, this one is again. In the middle of the funnel content is there to build more trust and make them move one step closer to eventually investing into us. In the middle of the funnel content, people are more likely to join the community. They're more likely to subscribe. more likely to click on the links of the descriptions in our videos, or like, or whatever it is, like, or comment. They're more likely to engage with the middle of the funnel content. And this type of content also positions us as the authority figure. And people see it that we really know what we talk about. So make sure you really show that you know what you're talking about. That's a very essential part. And therefore, they will see us as the go-to person when it comes down to solving a specific problem, right? That we addressed in the video. That's why we want to solve problems in the videos, right? To place yourself as the authority figure, right? You have to evoke pain and evoke desires as well. Not too much though. You have to give them a lot of value in this piece of content that makes them see you as the person that knows what he's talking about. So break down concept and simplify them. Okay. What type of content do we create at the middle of the funnel content? Well, series scaling to 20k per month before I turn 18 or something. Show problems that arrive and solve them, explain. So when you have a problem in your day-to-day life, solve it and show it. Personal stories, problems that you had and how you solved them. Q&As, most asked questions, makes sense. Comparing systems. We tried normal content ecosystem from 2023 and 2024 and the 2025 and 2026, and this is what happened. Every piece of content in the middle of the funnel has to be focused on fixing the smaller problems that they face, right? You can solve one small part of generating traffic, and the big traffic problem solving video will be your bottom of funnel content. So let's say we have traffic, YouTube, Instagram. But under YouTube and Instagram falls multiple components. You have story sequences, posts, and reels on Instagram. So let's say we solve for the reels in the middle of the funnel. But if you want to solve the entire traffic problem of the Instagram and the YouTube, you watch a bottom of funnel piece of content, right? And therefore, you can give a CTA in the middle of the funnel content to a bottom of the funnel content piece, because therefore people will keep watching. You can literally say as a CTA, if you want to know how to actually convert the traffic that is coming in from your Instagram story sequences, watch this video. It's very simple to do, and this gets people through the entire funnel. Bottom of the funnel content. Okay. Content that falls on a category of bottom of the funnel is content that is designed to convert the viewers. This is now simple to do since these people already watch other content. They've already seen the top of the funnel and middle of the funnel content, right? Or they liked or they subscribed, okay? Therefore, they already trust us. In the middle of the funnel content, we addressed small problems, but that at bottom of the funnel content, we want to address bigger problems and fully solve them. We want to focus on giving the wow, but not the how. The how is given with our hard CTA, where we will make them either book a call with us or DM us a certain word on Instagram. That's the how. The how is how we solve their problems. That's our product. That's our coaching business or our info business, right? You have to see it again. That thing. Bottom of the funnel content is there to convert people. Eventually convert as in money, but for now it's just taking the first small X. So what I mean with convert in the bottom of the funnel content is book a call or DM you or do some sort of thing that you mentioned as a CTA. Okay. I also call the bottom of the funnel content specific value content. The content we create is solving a specific major problem that our ICP faces. The intention has to be very clear. We need our ICP to take action after we gave the wow. Okay. Now, what type of content do we create at the bottom of the funnel? Miro board breakdowns, as you see. Whiteboard breakdowns, Google Doc breakdowns, as you see as well. Case studies, call recordings, sales calls, or value calls, right? Keep in mind that the bottom of the funnel content is targeted directly towards our ICP and in specific detail. Therefore, we are easily able to talk to them directly and convert them. In the bottom of the funnel content is the only time we give a real CTA. Give, ask ratio, we'll cover that eventually. Short form content, how do we implement the authenticity? I'm stuttering over my words, man, sorry. How do we implement the authenticity ecosystem in short form content? Short form content is obviously a way easier manner to get more views, but it's not about the views. It never was. It's about the quality of the viewers. But to be 100% transparent with you, with short form content, it's way harder to attract our direct ICP. Okay, not even attracting them, but converting them to the next steps in the funnel in general. So short form content that falls on the category of top of the funnel. Okay, so short form content that falls on the category of top of the funnel is content that generates most amount of awareness and gets the most amount of engagement. This is because it's very general, like we mentioned before, right? Then we break down simple math on how our short form top of the funnel content could look like, or like the funnel in general. Let's say you get 1,000 views on top of the funnel, and let's say out of those 1,000, 450 people watch another video, and that's the middle of the funnel piece. 4.5%, and out of those people, 65% watch a bottom of the funnel piece. Bottom of the funnel piece of content, 14.4%, and out of those 65 people, 5 people reach out to you with the CTA you gave in the short form, 7.7%. 2 out of the 5 people book a call because they're actually qualified. We're talking about qualified leads here. You close one, 50%. Now that's a bit optimistic maybe, but I think it's easily doable. These stats are very doable, and they're actually the bare minimum amount of leads you can actually get, especially when you have the right DM strategies in place to convert the people that reach out to you. What type of content, what type of short form content do we create at the top of the funnel? Edits, motivational talks, pieces from long form videos, so cutting long form videos up, voiceovers with clips in the background, shorts, short day in the lives, wins and comebacks. Okay, so let's say today my boy Dani closed a 5k deal paid in full. That's a top of the funnel content, right? Because we're not mentioning directly recipe. Make sure that in these pieces of short form content you directly mention your ICP, especially as beginner coaches, and you deliver value lessons that fit the videos. The content that we create at the top of the funnel has to show our true self and has to build the most amount of trust again. But for the short form, especially we do have to focus on the content that they want to binge watch, since this is a high dopamine platform, right? A high dopamine platform, people want to binge watch your content. You need to raise the standards and show that you have high standards and goals. Make sure everything looks very professional and you look the part. Even camera quality matters when it comes down to attracting the right qualified audience. Look richer, lead with social proof, right? Also, build anticipation. That means that they are waiting for something to come. This is the most important part and emotion when it comes down to content. People need to have no idea what you're going to say next. That's when people keep watching. Middle of the funnel content. Okay? Short form content that falls on the middle of content nurtures the people came from top of the funnel. This is essentially all the same, right? Okay? Yeah, this is exactly the same that we have at the long form. So read it real quick, pause the video, we'll continue. So what type of content do we create at the middle of the funnel content? Raw talks that solves problems, talking head videos. Yo boys, today I ran into this problem where basically I didn't know what content to create for my next video, whatever. Solve problems in your talking heads, right? In your personal stories and with softer background music. So record it everywhere. New lessons, new insights. Personal stories, problems you had and how you solved them. Like I just showed you. Softer background music, okay? It's something you gotta implement in those videos because people don't want silence pieces of content. Every piece of short form content in the middle of the funnel has to be focused on fixing the smaller problems, and it has to show you that you genuinely know what you're talking about. Okay? Like we mentioned before in the long forms. Bottom of the funnel content that falls under the color balance on converted viewers. We know. We went over this 3 times. Okay? And the intention of our content has to be very clear. We need our ICP to take action after we gave the wow. Okay, so what type of content do we create at the bottom of the funnel? Miro board breakdowns, whiteboard breakdowns, short case studies, and showing something. Show what you're building on, or maybe you're writing something up. Just show that and talk about it real quick, right? That's essentially what we can create in the bottom of the funnel content. Keep in mind that this targeted directly to our ICP in specific detail. Therefore, we're easily able to talk to them, right? We mentioned that again. So now this is the most important part when it comes down to actually generating and creating content. So the general information is we want to show the how, not the how. We want to share the wow, but not the how. In our content, we want to share the how to the wow to a certain problem. We want to share the how to a certain problem, and we even want to go so deep in the wow / problem solving that we show how to do it. This is a different how than the how you're selling. We can give unlimited wows and soft hows because people buy our real how. That's the coaching, implementation, accountability, and action steps. So make sure you show the wow and not the how. Give ask ratio. We only want to give 1 or 2 CTAs every single week, right? Otherwise it comes over as too salesy, and we want to be authentic, obviously. So you're good with a give ask ratio of 1 to 3. So every 3 videos, 1 CTA. Okay. Yes, sir. Title to funnel ideation. The way you decide in what part of the funnel your video fits, the title doesn't mean what part of the funnel it belongs to. It's the way you record a video. So what I mean with this is, let's say your title is how to create content in 2025. It could be bottom of the funnel, it could be middle of the funnel, and it could be top of the funnel. It's how you record it. This is a bottom of the funnel content, but if I were to just sit down on a bench in the park, it would be top of the funnel, or it would be middle of the funnel, right? It's how you create the pieces of content that dictates whether or not it's going to be a top of the funnel video, middle of the funnel video, and bottom of the funnel video, okay? Look professional and raise your standard. You need to raise the standards and show that you have high standards and goals. Make everything look very professional, okay? And that you look the part. Even camera quality matters when it comes down to attracting the right qualified audience. You need to look a bit richer. You need to show, hey, look man, I got the company logo in the back. I got the company logo on my head. You need to make sure you look the part, right? So yeah, lead with social proof as well. Anticipation. Build anticipation. That means that they are waiting for something to come. This is the most important part and emotion when it comes down to content. People need to have no idea what you're going to say next, because that's what keeps people watching, right? Feel emotion. If you watch your short form content and long form content right after you post it and you don't feel some sort of emotion, take it down. If you can't even watch your own content without feeling something, what makes you think others will? I archived a lot of my videos on YouTube. I have like at least 50 videos archived, simply because I didn't feel emotion and didn't think it was quality content. If I don't feel any emotion with a short form content, I just take it down. It's as simple as that, okay? Proof, promise, plan. Let's get it, boys. Lead with social proof. So wins that your clients had or that you have, and mention it as the first sentence. Then talk about what you want to talk about. So let's say this. My guy Kasparas was able to close a 5K deal because of this content ecosystem. That's the proof and that's a promise. You promise that he did it from the content ecosystem, and then you plan. That's basically where you talk everything. That's basically where you show this entire document, for instance, right? Building brand longevity. Don't make a fool out of yourself before you're successful. Don't do clownery shit before you're successful. Don't try to make these quirky jokes. True brand longevity is when you present yourself in a very professional way and show that no one tells you what to do. It looks bad when you start with the quirky and idiocy stuff before showing that you have a baseline competency. You need a baseline of competency and then start stacking stuff. So you need to, first off, you have a building, right? You need to dig deep down, and that's where the baseline of the competency is. That's where you show that you're very professional, that you know what you're talking about, that you are the guy, the go-to guy, right? And on top of that, after you had the baseline, and it takes some time, that is eventually when you want to start being more authentic. That's when you want to be making jokes all around the place, right? And that's how you build brand longevity. Shit, boys. That's it. Oh, yeah. Yes, guys. Implement this system and you will get the same results I did. Closing 3K deals. Kasparas closing 5K deals. Dani closing 3.5K deals and 5K deals. It's all sick, bro. It all comes down from content. Content is one of the most important parts. So, if you want some access to this document, just DM me the word document on Instagram or comment the word document and please attach your Instagram handle to it. Like, please do that, bro. And yeah, I'll be sending over this entire document. And yeah, let's just do this, right? I'll also be sending over this entire Miro board to you if you just comment the Word document, okay? Let's do that, and hope this helps. And no, I don't hope it helps. I know it will help, right? Okay, cool, boys. Alright, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Probably gonna be a top of the funnel video, isn't it? See you, boys.